This is the VO8. It's a flagship scan tool from a brand you've probably never heard of, but you're going to hear a lot more about them because it was made just for you. You're a person who works on your own cars, you're probably working on some of your friends' cars now, and you've run into the limit of what that Blue Driver scanner can do for you, so you're looking to upgrade, but you don't want to spend professional money. So let's talk about capabilities. Is this tool as capable as a professional scan tool? The answer is, oh yeah, 100%. It's made by ThinkCar, which is one of the top scan tool brands for professionals, and they're giving you this brand, Mucar. The only difference here that I can see is that the way they get this thing in your hands, it's direct to consumer. They avoid the middleman, which is going to be the tool trucks and tool dealers that are online. So you're saving a lot of money, avoiding that middleman, but are you losing service at the same time? The answer is no. Right here on the screen, you've got the button for technical service. You put in your question there and you can get those answered right on the screen, which is exactly how the rest of the tool works. Everything works through the tool, and I'll show you some more of that in just a minute. Now, if this thing is every bit as capable of a scan tool as those professional ones that are out there, then what makes it different than some of the budget stuff we've already seen on this channel? Well, I can tell you that the number one thing that I've seen so far is the screen. The touch screen is very fast, but it's also bigger. It's got an 8-inch touchscreen, which is helpful for a lot of things, eyes being one of them, but number two is graphing. I can graph up to 12 PIDs on this screen at one time, and that is awesome. A lot of other tools you can only get up to 6 or 8 of them. 12 helps if you're really getting in there on some drivability concerns. You don't want to miss anything while you're graphing stuff. Now, as far as combining the graphs, you can combine 4 different data PIDs on one single graph and see it in full screen. So that's your day-to-day use of this tool, but what about your long-term, your year-over-year usage? Most tools come with either 1 year or maybe 2 years of free updates before you have to start paying that yearly subscription to get your tools updated. Mucar listened to you. You were done. You're tired of paying those subscription fees, so they changed what they were doing, and now they've got lifetime free updates. That is an absolute game changer. I would not want to buy a scan tool that didn't have lifetime updates because it's going to cost you so much money over time just to keep that software going. Mucar's doing the right thing here, and I'm really glad to see that. So what are you going to do if you've already purchased one of these and it doesn't have the lifetime? It's only got the 2-year updates. Doesn't matter. It's got this serial number here on the back. Send this serial number to Mucar. There's an email you can do that with. They will instantly put that on as a lifetime update, and you've got it ready to go for whenever you need it. All right, let's go over some more differences here. It's got a thicker case. I think that's going to give you more room for a bigger battery. It's almost a 10,000 milliamp hour battery. It's got a lot, but what that means to you is you can use this for a long time without having to stick it on a charger. I've had this open just like this on my toolbox. I was working on the Kia, a couple other cars, the Jeep, and also filming this video. And I had it sitting on standby, so when you just turn off the power, but it just turns off the screen. It's actually still running, so you can turn it right back on. Had it on standby for a week. Check this out. 45% battery still on this thing. Much better than some of the cheaper tools that I've got. Some of those, you can use it on one car and you're done. You're putting it right back on the charger. This is a really good feature. Even though it's a little bit heavier, I'd take that over really low battery life, so I like that. Also on the back of it, it's got a nice kickstand. Another thing, lifetime updates and kickstand. I would not want to buy another scan tool that didn't have one. You can just throw it up there on your toolbox. You can hang it on your steering wheel. Wherever you put it, you can read it. It's not just flat down and you got to kind of stand it up against something. You got to have it. Kickstands, come on, and it's got one. This is a good one. It's a metal one. It's not going to break on you. It's pretty heavy duty. Let me show you the tray it comes in. You saw that on the unboxing. It's got a little foam tray that is pretty nice. It's cut out for the tool, so you can put that in your toolbox drawer if you choose to, and it's got the dongle that's part of that. What I like about this is that the dongle has, there it is, it's got this extension. So now you've got it on a longer cable so you can see it, pull it out of the car and you're not going to lose it. Or If you're on a test drive, and I've done this, I've had dongles on these longer cables, and when you're on the test drive, you're banging around with your feet or whatever. So you can take it off and just stick this right in the OBD2 port, and it doesn't have this kind of hanging when you're taking it for a test drive. So you can do it either way, it's up to you, whichever way you like. So I really like that about it. Last thing, it's got 34 resets. Every tool's got a different number of resets they can do. You pay more money, you get more resets. What's a reset? A lot of times when you change out a module, you've got to do a reset, a PMI, a programmable module installation. It's just a way to install some software into that module to tell it what it's going to be doing. So that's a reset. Another reset would be a 0-point calibration for all sorts of things. Suspension, steering angle, the little scale in your seat that tells you whether there's a kid sitting in it or an adult. All of that stuff, it's got to be reset, even the parking brake. So anything that you're doing to the car, check out the resets on there because you've probably got to do something before you get it back out on the road. Oh yeah, don't forget about immobilizer and remote access to your car. So this can register new keys to your car. It can also register new remotes. I've got that Kia sitting over there. Let me show you what it looks like real quick, and then I'll tell you what I don't like about this scanner. I'm a little bit sad. My Corolla died after 3 years of ownership. The engine blew up. It's almost 300,000 miles, and that's the last you would take it. So I bought this Kia on Marketplace, and when you buy a car on Marketplace, you're only ever going to get one key. I have no idea why, but I have never bought a used car that had 2 keys, and this one doesn't even work. Now check this thing out. It's got this nut and bolt going through there just to hold the key in, and you know, it's got one of those keys that fold. So that's there, has no working remote. It's just completely gone. So what I did, went to the Amazon and I bought 2 of the cheapest keys. They say they're made for Kia, and they were 10 bucks, about 10 bucks. So it needs to be cut, but before I cut these keys, I want to make sure that the remotes work on this car. So I'm going to go ahead and program them right now. Let me go ahead and show you what I'm doing here. You can follow along, and let's see if this thing can program a key. So we're going to code that transmitter code saving, and we'll see if it can connect right now. By the way, this car does not have an immobilizer in it, so you only need to code the remote for it, not the key. So that's what I'm doing right now. I need to make sure this thing is working. Let me put the key in it. Okay, there we go. So we're going to go to special function and remote control matching. So what I'm going to do is get both of these keys, and we'll go in the car. Okay, it says remove the ignition key from the key cylinder and then press OK. Wait 2 seconds, then press lock. All right? So that's removed. I'm going to press OK. Wait 2 seconds, and I'm going to press the lock button. All right, did you hear that beep? There we go. So the first one is saved. It says if you want to save a second key, hit the OK button. So I'm doing that. And then hit lock. Boom, there you go. And cancel to exit. So we should have 2 registered remotes in here. Read data stream, number of remotes, and then their status. Here we go. Yep, we got 2 remotes. Perfect. Let's test them out. Let me get outside the car now. Pretty fast and easy here. So I've got both of the new keys. Let me press the lock button. All right, lock works. Unlock. Same here. Lock and unlock. I like it. That was pretty easy. So for 20 bucks and a scanner, I can get these things programmed. Now I just got to get these things cut. They're not like any special kind of a laser cut key or anything. I can probably get this done at Ace Hardware. Pretty excited about that. Super cheap, way cheaper than going to the dealership. I love being able to go out and buy a used car on Marketplace, and I don't have to worry about there only being a key or remotes are broken or whatever, because I don't have to go to the dealership and waste a bunch of time and money over there, because I got a tool like this and I'm super happy that I do. Now, I promised you that I would tell you what I don't like about it. Number one, doesn't have system topology. This is the Flagship scanner, as I said, from Mucar, and the Flagship doesn't have a topology map. It only has a system list, which kind of sucks. But if you leave enough comments down below and tell Mucar that we really want system topology on the VO8, maybe they'll listen, and maybe on the next software update, they'll include it. I got my fingers crossed, so leave your comments down below. Let them know what you think about it. Maybe we can get it. And I guess my only other gripe would be that you don't have J2534 access, which means you can't do a PCM flash. You can't go online, download software, and then install that into your car. But that's a pretty high level task, and I probably wouldn't expect a do-it-yourself level scanner, even the Flagship, to be able to do something like that. So we can't have everything. If you missed some of the stats about this tool that I didn't include in the video, because honestly they're kind of boring, I've left a link down below to their sales page. You can get all the numbers and all the stats before you purchase. And if you decide to get one, I think you're probably gonna like it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.